Good morning, students. Dear students, today we will going to discuss the electromagnetic spectrum. Previous lecture we have discussed on electromagnetic radiation and introduction to molecular spectroscopy and types of spectroscopy. As we know, electromagnetic radiation, it is the transverse wave oscillating perpendicular to each other and perpendicular to the wave direction. As spectroscopy is the interaction of electromagnetic radiation with the matter. Now, the electromagnetic radiation is of different kinds. These electromagnetic radiations are characterized by different properties like wavelength, frequency, wave number, etc. And depending upon the wavelength, the different kinds of electromagnetic radiations are there. These different kind of electromagnetic radiations are arranged in such a way that from shorter wavelength to higher wavelength, and this entire range over which the electromagnetic radiation exists is called as electromagnetic spectrum. These different types of electromagnetic radiation as arranged in order of their increasing wavelength from low wavelength cosmic rays to high wavelength radio waves, and this arrangement is called as the electromagnetic spectrum. We will see in the figure. This is the figure which shows the electromagnetic spectrum. From low frequency or low wavelength cosmic rays, it is started and it extends to a high wavelength radio waves. In this, the entire range is consist of different regions depending upon the wavelength. The very first region of the spectrum, electromagnetic spectrum, is cosmic rays region. The cosmic rays region is extends towards the gamma rays, and the cosmic rays is a region have the wavelength very smaller than 10 raised to minus 12 meter. Wavelength is only smaller than 10 raised to minus 12 meter, and it has the highest energy. This cosmic rays region has the highest energy, and this region is present in the outer space. In the outer space. Second region of the spectrum is the gamma rays region. These gamma rays have wavelength range of 10 raised to minus 12 meter to 10 raised to minus 10 meter, and these gamma rays have energy, highest energy, but lower than cosmic rays, and these rays are emitted during the radioactivity, and they have high penetrating power, and it can penetrate to the nucleus of atom. Means these rays can be passed up to the nucleus of an atom, and hence they play important role in gamma ray spectroscopy. Now third region is X-ray region. X-rays have higher wavelength than gamma rays, but it extends from 10 raised to minus 10 meter to 10 raised to minus 8 meter in wavelength, and these rays have enough energy to penetrate outer shells of the atom and expel electron from inner shell. These rays can penetrate outer shells of the atom, and it can expel electron from inner shell. Means from inner shell they can withdraw electron, and they are usually in X-ray absorption or X-ray fluorescence spectroscopy. Now fourth region is UV visible region. UV visible region, this region extends from 10 raised to minus 8 meter to 10 raised to minus 6 meter. These rays can excite, means UV visible region rays are sufficient to cause excitation of electrons in atoms and molecules. Hence they play important role in electronic spectroscopy, and the rays only affect electrons in outermost shell. Outermost shell electron can be affected due to UV visible rays, not like the X-rays. X-rays can expel electrons from the inner shell, but in case of UV visible region, UV visible rays, they can expel electrons from the outer shells only, and hence it is used in electronic spectroscopy. Fifth region is IR region. IR for infrared region. Infrared region extends from 10 raised to minus 6 meter to 10 raised to minus 4 meter in wavelength. When absorption of these IR rays takes place, molecule undergoes vibrational excitation. Means bonds in a molecule undergoes vibration, and so it is useful in the vibrational spectroscopy. Means from IR region we can identify the type of bonds present in the molecules or functional groups present in the molecule. The microwave region, it extends from 10 raised to minus 4 meter to 10 raised to minus 2 meter and the energy of this region is only sufficient to rotate a molecule. Means molecule is rotated about the bond present in the molecule, and so this region is used for the rotational spectroscopy. Means microwave region is useful for the rotational spectroscopy. Now the last and seventh region of the electromagnetic radiation is radio frequency region. This region extends from 10 to minus 2 meter to 10 meter in wavelength. The wavelength for this region is, it is extended from 10 to minus 2 meter to 10 meter, means up to 10 meter wavelength rays or waves are of radio frequency region. Means it is higher wavelength region. They are minimum energy radiation, means longer the wavelength, smaller will be the energy, and shorter the wavelength, higher will be its energy. Means radio frequency region, it is having higher wavelength up to 10 meter. It's very higher wavelength. That's why higher wavelength, minimum energy radiation, and it can affect rotations of nucleus. Means it rotate nucleus as well as electrons. Hence it is useful in NMR and ESR spectroscopy. Means in NMR spectroscopy and in ESR spectroscopy, where electron and nucleus can be rotated, these radio frequency waves are useful. Means depending upon the type of electromagnetic radiation from these regions used for the interaction with the matter, different types of spectroscopy are there, like IR, UV, UV, for example rotational spectroscopy, in NMR spectroscopy, ESR spectroscopy, gamma ray spectroscopy, depending upon the electromagnetic radiation, type of electromagnetic radiation. Thank you.